All right, welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight for a very special Ask the Expert, where we'll be announcing this year's recipient of the Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award. I'm Catherine, and I'm the virtual program coordinator for the National Aphasia Association. The National Aphasia Association is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to promote public awareness and understanding of aphasia, to promote research that aims to improve the lives of people with aphasia, and to provide support to all persons with aphasia and their care partners. Darlene Williamson, the chair of the board of directors of the National Aphasia Association, is joining me as co-host for tonight's special event. She will be sharing more information about the Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award in just a moment, and will be announcing this year's recipient. Then we will have the opportunity to hear some remarks from others in the community about the impact this year's winner has made, followed by an opportunity to ask them a few questions. So as always, please write your questions in the Q&A section of the Zoom toolbar. And please feel free to say hello, add a comment, or a congrats in the chat section. And now I will turn it over to Darlene Williamson.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. This is such a fun event. And there's Martha's picture. I love that. So hello, everyone. If you're joining us this evening, I believe you know what aphasia is. You are, however, in the minority because despite there being over 2 million people in this country living with aphasia, it's not a widely known word. That's why it's a pillar of our mission at the NAA to educate and to advocate about aphasia. Spreading the word about aphasia leads to understanding and to the respect and accommodation that people living with aphasia need and deserve. So we at the National Aphasia Association 2 years ago instituted this award, the Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award, to reward the efforts of someone in our country who has become a supreme advocate. The award is named after our founder, Martha Taylor Sarno. Martha is 97 years old and going strong. She is a lifelong advocate for aphasia. This award recognizes an individual who's made a national impact in education and advocacy. 2 years ago, this award went to Gabby Giffords, and we had a nice evening with Gabby. And last year, this award went to General Mike Hayden and his wife, Janine. This year, the award goes to someone who represents the best of the best, the highest level of advocacy. This person took a dive into the deep waters of the aphasia world, gave board service to the NAA, started an amazing podcast that educates people around the world, formed a nonprofit dedicated to learning about research related to aphasia, and holds an annual conference that educates, advocates, and lifts spirits. All of this despite living with the effects of aphasia, and all of this with determination and courage and commitment, bringing her own very special brand of humor and humanity. You will appreciate every aspect of this as you hear tonight from her colleagues and her friends. So it is my very great honor, on behalf of the board of the National Aphasia Association, to present this year's Martha Taylor Sarno Award to Angie Cauthorn.
Come
We're
join us, award winner.
There she is.
Congratulations, Angie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so humbled and honored to receive the Martha Taylor Sarno Award from the NAA. It is a true honor, and thank you for this honor.
Well, it is so well deserved. And why take it from me when you can hear from some of your colleagues and friends? So, we have a few messages to share with you. And the first is from Dr. Rebecca
Oh
Hunting.
my goodness, you guys, you got me.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Hunting Pompon, and I'm thrilled to say a little bit about my colleague and friend, Ms. Angelique Cauthorn. Everyone who knows Angie knows she's a unique individual who can connect with basically anyone. She can make a new friend in the time that it takes for the rest of us to tie our shoes. Angie is truly a next level communicator. And not only is she a gifted communicator, but she is also determined as all get out. Do not underestimate this woman. This is just fuel for Angie. She said that she had never heard of aphasia before her stroke. But aphasia really didn't know what it was up against. She jumped into treatment research opportunities, support groups. She very quickly realized the gaps in stroke care, in aphasia awareness. She saw a role for herself in that space. And so she, in Angie's style, took action. She co founded the Aphasia Resource and Collaboration Hub, ARCH, and her baby resource orientation for stroke and aphasia. And then later jumped at a chance to create the incredible Brain Friends podcast with Dr. Celeste Gadsden. I think this is where Angie would say, get it wherever you get your podcasts, now in 72 countries, which is unbelievable. Anyway, who in the world does all of this after a stroke?
Oh,
Angie does. That's who. So, Angie, your contributions to the aphasia community have already made major waves. I am just thrilled to see your hard work, your tenacity, your vision, your incredible Angie-ness honored with this award. Congratulations.
So, Angie, you know Dr. Hunting Pompon personally and professionally, and you're aware of the work she does around mental health and counseling and research.
I am.
What are your thoughts around this area of service?
The area that the research part of it is so important. I think so much has to be done, and the people with aphasia have to avail ourselves to research so more can be learned about this disorder, this challenge that is kind of thrusted upon a person. I've often, well, I've somebody asked me about my aphasia now, as I've 7 years later, and always practicing, like Michael O always says, always improving, always improving. He says that all the time. And within my always improving, it's because of the research that's so important, that again, that we plug into and avail ourselves to. And I thank the researchers for doing the work that they do.
Well, we have another researcher you may recognize. Let's hear from Dr. Celeste.
Oh my goodness.
Hey Angie, Dr. Celeste here. Congratulations on receiving this prestigious award for all of your hard work in promoting public awareness and understanding of aphasia. Who would have thought that when we started our podcast that we would be in over 72 countries spreading awareness and talking about topics that matter to survivors with aphasia. I'm so honored to be your co-host and share such an amazing platform with you. But most importantly, I'm so proud of your humor, your motivation, your tenacity and resilience in doing things that matter to you, but also in helping individuals. I'm so excited about all of the amazing things that you will continue to do with art and your key lectures, and just how you continue to motivate me to be my best self. Thank you again for everything that you do. We are so grateful to have you, and yeah, you're the real deal. Love you.
Angie, tell us a little more about your podcast, Brain Friends, and how it's a platform to raise awareness and advocate for people with aphasia.
Oh my goodness. First of all, we started that podcast from the Black Aphasians Conversation Group, which is hosted by the NAA. I had reached out to Dr. Celeste because I wanted somebody to help with my mental health. I felt like I'd gotten to a point where I you've had a brain attack. You might want to talk it over with somebody, right? And so I reached out to her and I said, "Do you know anybody?" And she's like, "No, I don't know anybody, but you want to do a podcast?" I'm like, "All right, let's do that." So that's how fun that was. But Brain Friends with Dr. Celeste has been an absolute wonderful experience. It's given me the opportunity to share my story, connect with others, and to advocate for the aphasia community. And the process of just creating it has helped my confidence. And I was listening to an episode, the first episode recently, and I was listening to how much I could hear how much my speaking has improved. And just being able to kind of have that snapshot of what I was trying to say and what I could say and all of that. But building this podcast and building that community in Brain Friends has been so helpful to me and hopefully to other people that are listening wherever you get your podcasts. Yes.
I have no doubt. Oh my gosh. If anyone hasn't checked it out, be sure to check it out.
I mean, seriously, what are we doing here? Oh no, not much. Come on, you guys go too much. You're too much. Too much.
Next, we're going to
Too
hear
much.
from Dr. Roy Hamilton.
Oh my goodness, too much.
Hi, everyone. This is Roy Hamilton, behavioral neurologist, aphasia researcher, and longtime friend of the NAA. And it is my absolute pleasure to celebrate and congratulate Angie Cauthorn on receiving the prestigious Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award. Angie, you embody the spirit of this award with your relentless dedication to promoting public awareness and understanding of aphasia. You have a truly rare ability to bring people together, whether through your irrepressible sense of humor or your incredible warmth, which instantly makes everyone around you feel seen and valued. All persons with aphasia and all those who care for them and about them are fortunate to have you as a champion for their voices, with all the grace and tenacity that you bring to the role. And one thing that I think truly sets you apart, Angie, is your unwavering, passionate optimism. You have a way of making challenges seem like opportunities and transforming ideas into impactful action. I'm so grateful to have gotten the chance to know you. You've been so kind to invite me onto your amazing podcast, Brain Friends, and to speak at the Resource Orientation for Stroke and Aphasia Conference just this last October. And also, you've been so generous to invite me into your own home and into your life. And through these experiences, I've had the privilege of witnessing your remarkable energy and the joy you bring to your work. You make the world better, not just for persons with aphasia, but for all of us who are lucky enough to know you. So congratulations again, Angie. This recognition is so well deserved, and I can't wait to see the incredible work you'll continue to do.
Wow.
Here's to you.
You guys are too much.
Angie, what is your secret? How do you bring people together and keep your endless optimism?
I think resilience is the key word. And I think it's just, to God be the glory. I've done absolutely nothing but just try to be a good person and try to help the people that are like me, my fellow aphasians that are behind me, the people that are having strokes right now. How are they going to learn about about what's next, those next steps? And when I was in therapy, I just wanted somebody to give it to me straight. And I want people that when they have aphasia, they are in the trenches, they're in the throes of it, they're mid-avalanche, as I like to say, that they find me. They find these different pathways in order to reach out. So as what keeps me, it's just my resilience. I believe in tenacity and believing in myself, and having a wonderful support system. My husband and my friends, here, and obviously these people think I'm amazing, so who doesn't love that? But but it's been yeah, I don't know, I really don't know, but it's just God's grace, and I'm just truly blessed.
Angie, do you want to comment at all on the importance of some of the work you've done with Dr. Hamilton around diversity and inclusion for people with aphasia?
When it comes down to not adversity, in diversity and inclusion, it's so important, because when you're dealing with people with, well, anybody, we all deserve respect. We all deserve to be seen. We all deserve to be heard. And I think you did ask one of the things, what am I good at? I think I am good at giving people an opening, is giving people space to greet me. I lean in rather than lean out. And that's something I had to learn from being, when I was working, and I had to learn how to deal with all people. And as for inclusion and whatnot, it's about making a place for everyone and making everyone, of course, be seen, be heard, but having space for them. And it's about making space, not to placate, but to really invite in.
Love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
next, we have Ellen Bernstein.
you guys dug in the crate.
Dear Angie, I am so delighted to congratulate you on receiving the National Aphasia Association's highest recognition, the Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award. The breadth of work you've undertaken to advance the public recognition and understanding of aphasia and to promote stakeholder access to services and resources certainly reflects the spirit of this prestigious honor. I actually got to meet Dr. Sarno at my very first ASHA convention back in the late 1980s. I was volunteering at the National Aphasia Association's table in the exhibit hall. Her friendly smile, sense of pride and grace made an impression on me. I am certain that you two would have become good friends because your perspectives and core values are so closely aligned. In 2004, Dr. Sarno wrote, "Those who work with the communication disabled are members of a moral community seeking to empower and restore individuals to a meaningful life experience. We have a duty and an ethical responsibility to sustain each individual's personhood as much as possible by maintaining, sustaining, and creating relationships connections and commitments with the person. Well, Angie, from the very first time I saw you on Zoom at the Aphasia Access Leadership Summit, I, like many of the other attendees, were simply captivated by your passion and eloquence in sharing your story and impressed by your motivation to improve the lives of those impacted by aphasia. When interviewing you in 2021 for the Aphasia Access podcast, you expressed a deep sense of duty to help others better navigate living well with aphasia. Like Dr. Sarno, you are driven to respect their personhood. Making connections and honoring relationships are clearly among your core values. You have accomplished so much in the aphasia community through the organizations and projects that you have helped to launch, through the different leadership roles you have taken on as a board member, a group co-facilitator, and an ambassador, and through your engaging Brain Friends podcast that you co-host with Dr. Celis Gatson. You are bravely authentic about the challenges of living with aphasia, and you have a unique and special gift of bringing light, gratitude, and optimism to all of your remarkable endeavors. Your dedication, commitment to service, and ongoing contributions to the aphasia community are inspiring. Angie, you are a very deserving recipient of the 2024 Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award. We are cheering you on and excited to see what you'll do next. Congratulations.
Angie, how important is it that professionals hear life experiences from people with aphasia?
It's insanely important. And I think that's one of the things that I wanted to be help with, because you have to know what other people are going through in order to help your next client. And so many things can be missed when a person is mid-avalanche, or, still has that swelling, and they're still going through, they're still within that first 8 weeks. By the time I'm actually getting any close to getting better, I'm being kicked out the street because therapy's over before I can even, stop crying in every session, right? So I think us telling the stories as we get better, that can help the SLP be a better SLP to those people that, again, come behind us. And that's all we can do, is just try to make, quite frankly, the world better for, in any endeavor that you undertake. You want it to be easier for the next man behind you, for the next woman behind you. So that's what I would try to do, is within telling
Well
those
said.
stories. Thank you. You guys, you stop. Oh my
Next,
God.
we have Dr. Nadine Martin.
I see why I couldn't tell anybody, because you guys told everybody.
Hello, my dear friend Angie. I'm very happy to say congratulations on receiving the Martha Taylor Sarno Aphasia Advocate Award. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this honor and recognition than you. You work tirelessly to help others with aphasia, work through their difficult times, and yet you're also there for their good times as well. And for those people in the world who do not know what aphasia is or isn't, well, you're the first one to tell them what it is, and tell them you do in your own way. You are a strong and true advocate for a better world for people with aphasia. You have inspired me to be such an advocate as well, and inspired many others as well to help to make the world better for people with aphasia. Congratulations once more on this award. You deserve it, and I'm so happy for you. And that's it. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Angie, tell us a little bit about Arch and how this collaboration impacted your advocacy in your community.
ARCH is the Aphasia Resource Collaboration Hub. When I first had my stroke, I wound up literally stumbling into a support group, and from that support group, the facilitator was working for Dr. Martin as a researcher, and I was talking to Dr. Martin one day about all the different resources that were in the Philadelphia area. And she's telling me about it. And she's like, oh, they do this at Moss and they're the thing in Delaware and there's Dr. Roy. And I'm like, okay, cool. How do, you got a pamphlet? You got a number for me? She's like, no, just got to track them down. And I'm like, that's not cool. I'm like, how's somebody supposed to track them down? So that's where ARCH was born, just to give people a central place where they could plug in and find the community of the aphasia camps, the choirs, the support groups. Because I felt like when I went to my first support group, and shout out to my husband who made me go to that support group, and when I wanted to quit, he would not allow it. But that support group was my guiding light. That was such and I always felt like I was too cool for support groups. I don't need no support groups. What? That's for other people. That's not for me. And I found that not only was it for me, it was truly my what I needed and what was required at that time. So we wound up making ARCH. We co-founded it with Julie S., Dr. Martin, and myself to just be able to collaborate and bring all the resources together. And from there, I also launched ROSA, which is the conference. Again, it's about disseminating science so my fellow aphasians, we can know what's going on and what's available, and we can find out what our next steps can be.
Love it. Thank you so much for doing all that. Wonderful. All right.
All right, then.
We have
and there she
Dr.
is. That's the one who brought me
Obermeyer.
in.
Congratulations, Angie. I'm so happy for you for receiving this Martha Taylor Sarno Award. I can't imagine anyone who's more deserving. The work that you're doing around aphasia advocacy and aphasia awareness is so meaningful to people's lives, and other people with aphasia are benefiting from all the work that you're doing. I'm so glad to know you and to have learned from you, and so happy to hear that you're receiving this award. It's very well deserved. I hope that you get to go celebrate, and I miss you.
So we already talked a little bit, you already said how important research is. Any tips for folks who want to get involved in aphasia research?
Do it. Make sure those people are IRB certified. I would like to think connected to a university, but get in there, find a aphasia clinic, and just never stop, because neuroplasticity is a thing, and that is the whole ball of wax. And I felt like when I learned about neuroplasticity, I really felt like, why didn't anybody tell me that there was light at the end of the tunnel, and it had a name, and its name is neuroplasticity. And so, you're not dead in the water when you have this part of your brain that's dead. Your brain will work itself around it. So when you get into research, you're stimulating and kind of rewiring that, and you're helping promote that, or at least that's the goal. So I recommend getting into research. I'm in a research thing right now. Because I feel like I don't want to regress. And I know that's important for me to stay, no matter how many times that I've done the WOB and I'm sick of it. I'm not going to lie, I am. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. All right, how many words with S in a minute? I'm over it. But the point is, it's important to do.
Thank you.
I would say people can go to the NAA website and look under resources in that way, or of course, ARCH, the Aphasia Resource Collaboration Hub website, which is actually going to be redone soon. So,
Great. Well, and you mentioned the importance of support groups, and you
yes.
have been co-advising the Black American Aphasia Conversation Group, or the Back Room, and we have messages from your two co-advisors next.
Oh, no, my girl.
Congratulations, Angie Cauthorn. I'm so proud of you for earning this Dr. Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award. Now, I'm intentional about using that word earn, because before even knowing the National Aphasia Association was a thing, you were already doing the work. You found yourself in a life-changing situation that no one ever asks for. And instead of giving up and making excuses, you lifted your voice and asked the questions. And when they didn't have sufficient answers, not only did you go out and get those answers, you created an entire organization dedicated to sharing those answers, so no one ever felt like you would again. You are a change agent. You are a change maker, and you are the change we needed in this world. Creating Arch alone would have been enough, but you let God continue to use you and your situation to build an entire aphasia community where people learn, grow, network, connect, play, and still have permission to live well and find ways to thrive with aphasia. You are Aphasia's Oprah. With your podcasts, events, advocacy, and aphasia rooms, I'm honored to know you. May you be reminded of the myriad of lives that you've touched every time you look at this prestigious award. It is well earned. Take care, my sister. God bless you abundantly. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh. You guys.
Here is Michael.
Congratulations, Angie. This is terrific. Congratulations on the NAA award for what you've done, and it is terrific. I have so many ways to say you've been tremendous, and I've been so delighted by your reasons, your infection, your delight, your smile, your New England Patriots or Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry, and they're wonderful. The African American Black American Aphasia Association twice a month has been spectacular. It comes out for an hour each time, as many as 45 participants to hear about it. And we love your enthusiasm, your good enthusiasm, and life for life. It's wonderful. I'm so proud of you. I'm so appreciative of you. And God bless you for all you've done. Thank you, Angie. You are tremendous.
Angie, do you want to take this opportunity to share a little bit about this unique support group and conversation space?
My gosh. It's such a warm room. We open up, we happen to have a deacon that's in the room with us, and Michael's there with us, and we have our moment of meditation. We do have deacon opens us up in prayer. We clamp him down to a cool 30 seconds because that brother will pray the whole daggone meeting. But it's about us fellowshipping at a level, and it gives us an opportunity to speak freely to each other, with each other, and just commune and fellowship at a different level, because not only do we all have aphasia, but do we have aphasia and we're African American, and that extra layer you want to acknowledge. It's such as it says, it is an important space, and the community that has come out of that, the podcast, which again is available on all platforms that came out of that. See what I did there? Is absolutely it's just amazing community, and I really look forward to it. And I'm just happy that they quite frankly, put up with me in my antics. But it's really, really a fun. It's a fun thing to do, and we have a great time. We have a phenomenal time, and the conversations are so rich. I love when a person that comes into the room who's looking for advice, maybe a person who just had a stroke or a family member, and how everybody just jumps in and says, "Oh, will this work for me?" Or, "You know what, hang in there, and these are the steps." And when sometimes that SLP hasn't given them the next steps, or maybe the person wasn't in a position to hear them at the time, they can hear it from us because we're more so a trusted group, and we don't want anything from them. We're just here, and we've walked the walk. So that space is so important, and I'm so thankful to Michael for creating, and for Dr. Boyd for taking the time to even create that space that has allowed us to do that.
Well, we're going to hear from another community that you've been a part of as well, the Adler Aphasia Center.
The Adler Aphasia Center extends its congratulations to Angie for being awarded the National Aphasia Association's Martha Taylor Sarno Advocacy Award, and a few of our members and staff wanted to share their personal well wishes.
You guys.
So yeah, Angie, congratulations on winning this award. It's so impressive, and you're doing so much for the community and all that. And at some point, we're going to have to talk again and maybe have a beer and catch up. But yeah, again, congratulations and job well done.
Congratulations, Angie.
That's Joe.
Thanks for the laughs and our meetings. Love you, Joe Flacco.
Angie,
Wow.
congratulations for your award. It was impressive. Bye.
Congratulations, Angie. More than anyone I know, you put your whole self into advocacy for aphasia. You use your heart, you use your brain, you tell hard truths, you make us laugh, and then there are the analogies, always the analogies. You're the best. Congratulations.
Angie, you are a powerhouse. You use your determination, your compassion, your humor, and an endless supply of on-point analogies to achieve your dreams. How lucky is the aphasia community to have you as an advocate, a champion? Thinking back, you wowed me before you ever attended your first Adler communication group by advocating for yourself, and you have wowed me ever since by advocating for your fellow aphasians. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
All right. Now you guys said I need some Kleenex, and I was like, what are you guys talking about? But no, you guys are okay. All right, no, okay.
Don't worry, we're getting near the last couple here.
Oh my goodness. Now, where was she going?
So next you're going to hear from Dr. Jackie Hinckley.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, I'm Jackie Hinckley. I'm so pleased to be a small part of the celebration of the Martha Taylor Sarno Award to Angie Cauthorn for 2024. I first met Angie through Project Bridge because Angie had already learned how important it was for people with aphasia and their families to sit at the table with researchers and have input on what research would best help them. I have also recently had the joy of co-presenting with Angie on what speech pathologists should know about rehabilitation from the point of view of people with aphasia. Angie is one of those unique people who doesn't just understand, but embodies the knowledge that we each bring a special perspective to any issue or challenge, and that together those unique perspectives can be extremely powerful. Angie confidently brings her own perspective to the leadership of the National Aphasia Association as a member of the board of directors, and the organization is the beneficiary of her positive energy, advocacy, and charm. Dr. Martha Taylor Sarno, from whom I learned about aphasia and its treatment through her textbook and her work, was a force that changed the world of aphasia. Angie, you too are changing the world, my friend. So glad to be sitting next to you for some of that ride.
So Angie, you do serve on the board of the National Aphasia Association. Can you tell us about how that impacts your mission and your advocacy work?
Well, I think it's important. And one of the things when you're an African American and you have aphasia and there's not a lot of representation on the board, I felt like you can't say no and then complain that there's no Black people on the board, right? Like, there's no way, you know what I mean? You can't do that. So I felt like I didn't know if I was ready or if I had the time. And Darlene really does not take no for an answer. I don't know if you guys, y'all don't know. She drives a hard bargain. She's listen, and under her leadership, I am proud to say I have the honor of serving under Darlene Wilmson and her tenacity and the work that she wanted, the vision that she had for the organization. I wanted to be on that moving train. I felt that was a train that was moving, and who doesn't want to be on a moving train, And I felt like with the work that I was doing and what they wanted to do, I felt like I wanted to be a limb on that tree and just make sure that tree, I was nourishing that tree as that tree was nourishing me. So thank you, Darlene, for staying on the phone. And when I was hemming and hawing, saying, listen, are we going to do this or no? So.
Well, thank you both.
Exactly.
Well, Angie, last but not least, we have one more person who wanted to share his congratulations live tonight.
Ooh.
So if our special guest
No, y'all didn't.
To join us.
Okay. And this is why he's not home. Okay. No. Okay. Go ahead. Roll it. I see what's happening here. I see what's happening.
Give him a moment to join here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're muted. Can you unmute?
Hi, baby.
Movie, stop!
How are you?
I'm. You know what? We're not having a side conversation. What do you mean? How am I?
Well, listening to all that I've heard tonight just fills my heart to know that I know her. I know her very well. We've been married for 25 years, and just to hear people speak about how much you give and how much you do and all the people that you touch is really touching to me because you not only deal with me, but you deal with them as well. So I was honored tonight to be asked to give this presentation to you. And so without further ado, I will read through the presentation. All right?
Okay. I like that picture of you.
Hey, watch out now. Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Cauthorn. Today, I have the incredible honor of sharing a story that is so very close to my heart. This year, my wife, Angie Cauthorn, has been awarded the prestigious honor of the Aphasia Advocate of the Year from the National Association of Aphasia, a recognition that truly reflects her dedication and passion. This award is the highest honor bestowed by the NAA, celebrating an individual who exemplifies their mission to promote public awareness and understanding of aphasia. For Angie, this journey began 7 years ago when she faced a life-altering stroke. Rather than being defined by her challenges, she embraced her new reality and became a beacon of hope for others. Through her experiences, Angie has not only learned about aphasia, but has also committed herself to help others share their stories. She co-founded Arch, a nonprofit organization that serves as a collaboration hub for resources, providing vital information and support for those affected by stroke and aphasia. Angie also established ROSA, an organization dedicated to supporting stroke survivors by offering essential resources and guidance. Her unwavering spirit and determination have inspired many within the stroke and aphasia community, and I am incredibly proud to watch her gain her footing and influence. Through her podcast, Brain Friends, Angie brings fresh topics and insightful discussions, not only to her constituents, but also to laypersons and universities alike. Now reaching audiences in 72 countries, her voice continues to resonate, spreading awareness and understanding of stroke and aphasia. As Angie's care partner, I've had the privilege of walking this journey with her. Together, through God's love and blessings, we have navigated these challenges, sharing our experiences and uplifting others along the way. Please enjoy this video. This is a video that Angie created when we first started out, and it tells her story.
I Am Aphasia by Angie C. It's funny how in one moment, your entire perspective on the world can change. In one moment, you suddenly feel like everyone that you see doesn't really see you. At least, not the new you. In one moment, something that would have never made my list of things to do suddenly became an essential part of my week. That moment for me was May 11th, 2017. That was the moment 2 strokes instantly reduced my brain function from intelligent to incapable. When I said goodnight to my coworkers, I had no idea that it would be my last day in the office. People who were used to seeing me as manager and leader would never truly be able to perceive who I am now. I look like me, but if I'm being honest, aphasia fights daily to steal my identity. Most days, I fight back, but some days, I throw my white flag up and try again the next day. In meeting other stroke survivors, I've realized that I kind of got the wrong stick in all of this. I wish this on no one, but I am grateful that I'm even remotely capable of attempting to be an advocate. I want to do my best to translate to anyone who will listen what we really feel. If I could visually sum it up, I would say that having aphasia feels like your brain, your body, and your mouth are all in 3 different rooms, every day, all day. I have good days and bad days, but no matter what, aside from my family and friends, it's Tuesdays that keep me going. Adler's Haddonfield Aphasia Communication Group meetings have been invaluable to me. I've made new friends. I feel understood. I am valued, and quite frankly, after some grim camaraderie with my fellow aphasians, I feel like I'm going to be okay. I am aphasia.
All right, y'all go too far. I'll see you later.
I know. And these were just some pictures that I added afterwards. That starts from the podcast, and just look at you in your joy. There you go.
Baby.
All right, this I believe was when we were at Atlantic City, CAC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is the Rosa conference, and as you can see, full to capacity. And I forgot to mention about you being part of the Pack Singers. Love it.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Tell us about that.
Uh-oh, Angie.
Oh, baby, thank you. Oh my gosh.
You're welcome. So today we celebrate Angie not only for her resilience, but for her relentless pursuit of knowledge and advocacy in the stroke and aphasia community. Thank you, Angie, for being an inspiration to so many. We are all better for it. Congratulations, baby. You deserve all of this.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, we're good here.
If I may just say something here, oh, he disappeared. Oh, no, there he is.
No, I'm here.
That was me. I'm like, oh goodness.
Yeah.
Working in the world of aphasia, and certainly at the National Aphasia Association, always say aphasia just doesn't happen to the person who has a stroke. It happens to their whole family.
Mm-hmm.
The day that Angie got aphasia, it affected your life too.
Yes, it did.
And you are no small part of Angie's success and her determination and her spirit. I mean, she has more than enough for one person, but to be behind her, and how many times when I talk to Angie does your name come up, because you are right there. You two are just like this. So congratulations to you too. You share this award with her.
Well, thank you very much, Darlene. I appreciate that. Very kind words. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. I can't. I mean, that is absolutely, I'm blown away. I had no idea. Way to keep it all under wraps. And this is why you told me not to tell anybody. It's because you guys told everybody to send videos. Because I'm like, well, all right. Well, if you don't want me to tell anybody, oh, thanks, Miss Murd. No, I see a couple of people in the chat, and I thank you guys so much. I do want to. Is there anything else that we need to say that I'm supposed to say or do?
If you have any other comments or thoughts or encouragement for other people who want to be aphasia advocates, you can share that. And then we just have a couple closing remarks we'll share once you're all set.
All right, I'm gonna, I did kind of like write down some thoughts. I'm not gonna regale you with everything that I've done, because everyone has literally regaled you with everything I've ever done. So I'm just glad he didn't pull out the picture of me like doing something silly when I was a kid or something, because he has a grip that you stop it.
Wait a minute, let me go find that. Hold on.
You know what? You can go back on mute. Somebody mute him, okay?
I'll mute myself. Okay, bye.
Again, I wanted to say thank you, and how honored and humbled I am for awarding me to receive the Martha Taylor Sarno Award. Obviously, I want to thank everybody who took the time to make a video, sent something in. I saw so many of my old friends. Well done, whoever put this together. You guys are sneaky, and I appreciate it. All the love, all the feels. Resilience is strength that emerges when we face adversity. It's the power to adapt. It's the power to learn. It's the power to and the power to grow. Community is the network of support that lifts us up. It celebrates our victories. It comforts us in our challenges. And quite frankly, community has been my secret weapon. And hope. Hope is the spark that ignites our dreams, the beliefs that a better future is possible even after life is just lifing and you get an aphasia or a stroke or a traumatic brain injury. But the thing is, together, these three forces, community, hope, and resilience, they've propelled me forward. They've given me the courage to share my story, to advocate for others, and to inspire change. So with the NAA, I want to say, let's continue to harness the power of resilience, the warmth of community, and the enduring flame of hope. Together, we can create a world where every voice is heard, every person is valued, and every dream is within reach. As I and we navigate the complexities of aphasia, let's remember that we are not alone. We are a community bound by a shared experience and a common goal. Let's continue to support one another, to celebrate our victories, and to dream big. With every word, with every gesture, and every connection, we are rewiring our brains and rewriting the narrative of aphasia. I thank you so much for this award.
That was so beautifully said, Angie. Thank you. Congratulations again. Oh, yeah.
What'd you say, Darlene?
Let's see the award. Can you show?
Oh, yes.
Show the people.
No.
Beautiful.
It is gorgeous. It is. And I also got a very, very nice umbrella as well. Who's dry in these streets? I am. So there it is. Thank you so much. Thank you. This has been, I am absolutely floored. And I get to realize what people say when they have imposter syndrome, I'm like, okay, this is what they're talking about. Sure. Because this is a lot. This is absolutely a lot. But I'm like,
deserve it.
Thank you. I just want to be helpful and do what I can. I think it's important. And God has blessed me to be in a position to do it. I have friends around me that help me. I have researchers that are brilliant that love to talk to me, and I like to talk. So we're all here for it. And I have an amazing husband, and I have the best friend in the world. So we're all good.
We are definitely here for that.
Yeah.
Well, somehow it's already 8 o'clock. So just to wrap up the webinar, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you all for all you do, big or small, to advocate for the aphasia community. We truly could not do this work without you all, and we appreciate every one of you. So just a couple things to be aware of. Throughout the month of December, we're counting down to the holidays with our Lift Every Voice campaign. You may recognize one of the people out there as well. You can hear from people with aphasia as they answer a different question each week. We're sharing these videos through the NAA newsletter, and they're on our YouTube channel. So please consider making a donation to the NAA to support our programs.
Awesome.
And it's hard to believe we're nearing the end of 2024, but we're looking forward to continuing our virtual programs and events in 2025. So be sure to check out the events calendar on the NAA website for the schedule. By clicking on the name of each program, you'll find more information about the event, and the Zoom link is right there as well. Our first Ask the Expert of 2025 is going to be Thursday, January 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Nancy Selden of the Work Out Your Words program. So wear something comfy and be ready to do a little exercise together. We also have a few new conversation groups starting next year. Given the interest in this Ask the Expert webinar series and all of the great questions we receive, and we can never get to all of them, we've decided to offer a new group called After the Expert, the Wednesday after each Ask the Expert webinar. So we'll have an opportunity to discuss that month's topic. We're also looking forward to offering a young aphasia group for adults under 50, a book club, and a group for care partners. So stay tuned, check out our events page. And if you've been watching our webinar tonight and keep thinking, wow, I want to be like Angie, in January 2025, we are inviting advocates from all around the country to join us to be NAA ambassadors. We know a lot of you are already out there advocating, and we would love for you to join us and help advocate with the NAA as an ambassador. And if you haven't done advocacy work before but are interested in joining, we'll connect you with a mentor. So stay tuned for updates about this program next month. And meanwhile, you can start to find some information about this program on our website. And if you have any questions, comments, or looking for aphasia resources, please email the NAA at answers@aphasia.org. And that wraps up our evening. Congrats again, Angie.
Thank
I hope,
you. Thank
I
you.
hope
Thank you.
everyone here has a wonderful evening, a happy holiday, and we'll see you next year.
It's been wonderful to be with you all. Thank you.
And Darlene, is this your last Ask the Expert?
Maybe, who knows?
All right. Well, then, well, I think it's as chair it would be.
This is my last month as chairman of the board, but you never know where I might pop up.
I know that's right. Well, I want to thank you for your leadership, your time, your effort, and for being that light and welcome me on board. And we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. I thank you so much. And thank you everyone who came out, spent some time. And to my husband, I love you more than you know.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Take care.
Good night, John Boy.